Severn School. Today's matchup between your Severn Admirals and the Friends School of Quakers. I'm Colin alongside with Murphy, and as we start off here, a little bit of confusion.
2-0 Friends School here. So Brendan, after Severn comes off a huge win against St. Mary's, what do you like to see from them today?
Yeah, I think today it's just going to be all about keeping that energy. The Admirals unfortunately went down and lost to Friends last time they played, so it's going to be all about keeping that momentum today. As you see, Peter Baldwin starting off on a good fourth there with the charge, but it's going to be all about just playing it the way they have been. And that, as you mentioned, that win against St. Mary's was huge. This game is huge for playoff seeding as well. If we want to get a home game, pretty much have to win out here. So it's going to be a big game today, and we'll see how it goes.
And as you were speaking there, Peter Baldwin comes with a nice defensive play there, drawing the charge.
Started off the game with a little bit of confusion there. I think must have been a technical call on the Admirals bench before the game. Not sure what that would have been. Might have been somebody's number written in the book incorrectly, but a lot of times that's what it is. But unfortunately, you see Friends starting out the game 2-0 here.
Exactly, as Severn looks to work the ball inside, and Guafa now drives that baseline, dribbles the ball off his own foot, and it'll be Friends' ball. Friends now dribbles the ball up the court, looking to set up their offense here. Driving the lane, kicking out, and Baldwin, another nice defensive play, coming up with that steal. As Groff posts up, shoots the little elbow jump shot, and Murph, that's his shot there, man. I've noticed he hits that one anytime he shoots that.
Yeah, he's really made that his shot, as you mentioned, and that high post game is exactly where he thrives. It's going to be crucial, but today against the zone that Friends has started out in so far.
His friend once again sets up their offense. Step back, I believe the foot was on the line, long two, and they get their own offensive rebound there. Nice play by the Quakers. And just nice ball movement there by the Quakers, getting an easy layup there.
Yeah, and coming off of that, a little bit of chaos there. You see the Admirals being forced to retreat and ending up with Sertivon on the much bigger player in there. That's a tough matchup, especially for a freshman point guard. So can't have many more of those.
And a travel is called on that play. Travel by Adam and Guafo as Monroe now checks in, and the sophomore Justin Queen checks out.
And that's already two turnovers for Adam Guafo, who has really made that a habit of his. He's averaging just under 4 turnovers a game so far, and for a single player, that's not the number you want to be at. So he's going to have to be a little bit more disciplined in the way he plays today if the Admirals want to have any chance. As we know, their offense does run through him.
As Friends winds that shot clock down to under 5 here now, and just shoot up a 3, and almost went in there, but nice rebound by Monroe, and he looks to play fast, pushing up the court. And Guafo now, and the foul's caught on the floor here.
Yeah, great job by Monroe there, getting it and settling it down, and then realizing that he had numbers up the floor, and then playing Guafo, making himself available, taking it right at the defender, and realizing he was going to get the foul there. It's a great job by both of those players for the Admirals.
So Monroe looks inbounded. He throws it up to Guafo, and he'll look to play, and a carry is called on Guafo. That is his 3rd turnover of the game, I believe, here.
Yeah, that's 3 in 3 minutes of action, and that's not going to be the formula for success so far. He's turned it over every time he's had it in his hands on the offensive end, and it's not the formula for success, Irv.
His Friends once again sets up their offense. Corner 3, and nice shot there by the Quakers. 7-2 in favor of Friends School right now. As Sertivon gets it poked away, but gets it back, and he looks to break this press and dribbles it off his foot. Hustle play by the Quakers as they look to play fast here. Kick out, and they like to settle.
Yeah, and Sertivon's just trying to do a little bit too much there. Getting that really good ball pressure from the Quakers player, trying to go around his back. It's just got to be a solid dribble there.
As Friends player shoots the 3 there, unable to make contact with the rim. So Severn students get into it, and Monroe shoots, and that one is off target.
That's one that usually
Quakers
falls.
play fast right down Water Street and unable to finish that one, but Nguafo comes down with the rebound, and he will play. Snap the ankle.
Oh, my goodness.
Nice play by Adam Nguafo.
Wow, he really put him on the ground there. What a crossover. And for the three turnovers he's had so far, he really made up for it there.
The students are getting into it now, Murph.
Love to see that.
As Groff closes down that three and does not go in. And Nguafo will now carry it up himself. Kicked him. Excuse me there. And Monroe now with it as he pivots top, gets it to Sturdivant, 15 on the shot clock, and he just loses his dribble once again. And nice play by the Friends point guard, driving through the lane, just making it look easy.
Yeah, and Nas has just got to give it up there. Again, just trying to do too much up top. And he's really getting the better effort of the defense right now for the Friends school.
A turnover by Baldwin as he dribbles it out of bounds there.
And you see Coach Glasby not hesitating to get Queen back in the game here as that calming presence. Even as a sophomore, he's really a leader on the court.
Tough break there for Baldwin, but
5 turners already for the Admirals. 3 from Nguafo, 2 from Sturdivant.
French drives the lane, goes up with it, and it falls. 11-4 in favor of the Quakers now.
Not really sure why Nguafo's bringing up the ball here. He's got a pretty big size advantage on everybody on the floor. I'd like to see him more down there in the post and trying to be a perimeter player right now.
Groff shoots the long three. Baldwin goes. Nice play there. Nice hustle play by Peter Baldwin, drawing the jump ball call there.
And echoing that same statement for Begroff over there in the corner. That looked like they were flexing into a little bit of a 5-out set there on the offensive end. And again, they have size advantage on pretty much everybody on the court. They need to get the ball inside, as
nice
they do right there.
By Monroe, giving an easy basket to Groff under the hoop, just put up an easy layup. Friends once again gets an easy layup, just a miscommunication off ball there.
Yeah, and they have 13 points so far, and all of them have been really easy to come by. They've either gotten a wide open layup, a wide open 3-point, or a mismatch on the inside that has led to that easy layup. So it's got to be better, more discipline here on defense for the Admirals, especially because their offense has been really undisciplined.
Queen looks to play it inside to Groff. Back to Queen, shoots the mid-range jump shot, and that falls. Nice play by the sophomore, Justin Queen.
Yeah, and as I mentioned earlier, he's a calming presence on this team. Had that game-winning layup against St. Mary's that was so big, and really good to see him getting involved here early. He's going to be a catalyst for them so far as this game goes along.
And Nguafo plays nice defense. Kick out to the corner. Drive, and a block by Monroe. And unfortunately, Groff is unable to keep that ball in bounds, but either way, nice defensive play by the Admirals.
Yeah, and that's great hustle there by the Friends player, going in there against 3 of the Severn defenders and finding a way to get that possession for his team. Now with 7 seconds left on the shot, Friends is going to have to be forced to either get a good look off the inbound or throw up a tough shot.
And 3, 2, 1, shot clock violation. Monroe now inbounds it. Pass to Queen, and he slips. Kick to Groff. Goes up for the layup, and that rims out. Monroe, nice tough play, coming down with that rebound, going right back up with it.
Yeah, it's a great job by Ian there, jumping everybody and getting that second chance for the Admirals.
Friends drives the baseline, puts up the shot, and that one falls. Steal, but he stepped out of bounds. Severn's got to be more careful with the ball here, Brendan.
Yeah, it's another turnover, Irv, and my coach's goal for the game is 10 turnovers. We've already got 6 here, on pace for 24 for the game, and that's really just not a sustainable way to play basketball, as you've seen so far here with 5-point deficit so far.
Groff inbounds it to Baldwin. He drives, kicks out to Queen. The shot clock's turned off here, so Severn can hold for the last shot if they choose.
He's got Groff in there if he wants him.
Shoots a finger roll, bank shot layup. Nice crafty play there by the freshman. And a technical is called on the floor there.
Yeah, it looked like a nice job of acting right there by the Friends player.
All right, so at the intermission here, Brandon, we saw a lot of highs and lows from the Admirals in that quarter. We saw them turn over the ball quite a bit, but we also saw them be able to, fight back. It's a 12-15 game in favor of Friends right now, but Severn will shoot 2 free throws to open up this quarter. So what'd you like?
Yeah, I got to be honest with you. I didn't really like a lot, and they're fortunate that this is only a 3-point game because defense has been really undisciplined. As I mentioned, the Friends is getting pretty much anything they want in there, and then on the offense, they've just been really lazy with the basketball, throwing it away multiple times, giving it away a lot, really just carelessly, behind the back dribbling, bad travels, so really bad ways to give it up. And as I've said a bunch of times, it's not sustainable. And if you're Coach Glasby, though, you just got to say, it's still a 3-point game, so there's a lot of time left, and fortunate.
Groff misses
both
of the free throws there, and that is, they're called free throws for a reason there, Murph.
3 points.
Sturdivant looks to set up the offense. Monroe shoots the 3, and that one falls off the rim. The ball is loose, and guys are diving on the floor for it, and it'll be a jump ball. Possession arrow is in favor of Friends here.
Yeah, that's a good hustle there by both squads. Coaches love to see guys getting dirty, diving on the floor, and kudos to Queen and the Friends player there getting on the floor and getting dirty for that possession. And a flips the possession arrow for the Admirals.
Friends sets up their offense. Shoot the elbow jump shot, and that's off the side of the rim. The freshman, not Sturdivant, now with it.
Little high pick and roll here for Sturdivant.
And he kicks to the corner. Monroe shoots the 3, and that's money.
Yeah, Irv, you can't leave him open.
Senior Ian Monroe.
You can't leave him open like that. That's just a really lazy closeout by the Friends defender. Monroe making him pay as he does almost every time you close out lazily on him. He's really become automatic from wherever.
Sturdivant plays nice defense, and Baldwin draws His second charging foul there. Nice play by Peter Baldwin.
Yeah, that's number 2, and again, really good to see Baldwin putting his body on the line for the team here.
Monroe now inbounds it.
You want to say it, Irv? 1-2-2 press?
There's a time and a place. As Severn turns over the ball, and the Quakers smack it out of bounds there, so it'll be right back to Severn possession. And Groff checks out as the senior Colin Donegan now checks in.
Yeah, good to see Donegan in his first action so far today. See if he can make anything happen with his athleticism.
Looks like Friends is in their press. Press Virginia, shout out Russ. Sturdivant shoots the 3, and that's off. Donegan comes down for
right
a
on
nice
cue.
Rebound. And Monroe's able to save that pass, and he just steps into a 3, and that is off the mark, but the Quakers come down to rebound. Nice pass, and a block. Oh, it's got a foul on the floor, but either way, nice athletic play by Sturdivant.
Dang, that's a tough one. And on the offensive end there, though, that is just a really discombobulated sequence for Severn there. Running all over the place, didn't look really with it on the offensive end, and then Monroe fighting for that loose ball and then forcing up that corner 3. I'd like to see it just settle down a little there for a better look than that, even though he is a great shooter, as we mentioned.
And he makes his first here. Along with the second. Baldwin dribbles up the floor here. Drives the lane. Pass down to Donegan, and a blocking foul is called.
Yeah, good job by Baldwin attacking, realizing he needed a mismatch there with the biggest guy on the floor on him and using his speed and quickness to take advantage of that and get right to the rim and draw the foul there. It's a great job and great recognition there by Peter Baldwin, this experienced senior.
As Monroe looks to inbounds it, throws a little bit of an air pass. Queen comes up with it, kicks to Baldwin. Baldwin now drives, shoots the layup, and that falls. Interesting looking shot by Peter Baldwin, but no matter the facts, he still puts it in there.
Yeah, almost a backhanded finger roll there is how I would describe that. Number 3.
And a block is called on Baldwin this time, unable to get the third.
Tough one. Looked like he was set up there again, but clearly the officials didn't see it that way, and Friends will shoot here. I can tell you from experience, Irv, getting run into like that when you're set down there on the block is really tough. And again, that's the third time Baldwin's taken a hit like that. Twice it's been a charge, and then that time it was a block. But every time you definitely feel it, but the energy of your teammates and the people in the crowd makes it worth it, because you know what you did was a really big play for the team.
Both free throws fall. Quakers increasing their lead to 2. Donegan inbounds it to Queen. Queen looks to break this press. He does so. Donegan sets a little bit of a screen. Queen plays off of that. Shoots a little jump shot, and it goes. Another nice play by the sophomore Justin Queen.
And that's his game, settling into that mid-range, using a good dribble move, and then, again, as you see, getting right up on the best player on defense here, and he does a great job in the one-on-one area.
Kick to the corner 3, and that falls. Nice offense there by Friends.
It was, and number 0 doing a great job getting open, working without the ball, and then finding his teammate down there in the corner for that easy 3. And even a good closeout by Severn trying to recover there, but just really good shot and really good offense all around.
Queen kicks it to Baldwin and kicks it to the freshman Elijah Bryant. To another freshman, not Sturdivant. Baldwin in the corner, drives the baseline and dribbles it off his foot.
one thing about Peter Baldwin is you've really seen him mature here over the years. Played with him the last 3 years, and he would get really high or really low those first few years. Or if you made a play like that, a turnover, he would be down. And here you see him just shaking it right off. He has that mentality that's really, he's unfazed by a lot. And kudos to him for maturing throughout the years and developing into a really nice player here and nice cog in this Admirals machine.
And ball's loose on the floor. Donegan comes up with it. Making some nice defensive hustle plays here, the senior is. Sturdivant kick out to Bryant, shoots the three, and that is unable to hit anything. And the Fred's faithful are now chanting here. Well,
yeah, I have to give credit where credit is due. There's a pretty good amount of Friends Quakers here in attendance.
Yeah.
Shout out to them.
Nice to see.
And their students. Yeah, nice to get a little bit of friendly banter going between the Admiral student section and their student section.
As Quakers kick to the corner and a traveling violation is called.
Yeah, it was. That happens a lot where they'll just pick up the pivot foot and then pick up the other pivot foot on the look to attack. I've seen Aguafa do that a few times this year as well, and that's just being a little bit more fundamentally sound, a little bit more disciplined in what you do.
Queen out with it. Kicks out to Groff. Jump step, and that shot does not fall. And the Quakers control the rebound. They play fast. Kick out. And are unable to make that layup. And just tough play by the freshman, not Sturdivant, unable to keep.
Yeah, again, just not really sure why he didn't grab it with two hands there. He had just stuck out his one hand and tried to bring it in instead of getting it with two. If he had gotten it with two, I don't think it would have been that easy for Strip. Not really sure what was going through the mind there, but unfortunate sequence, and Friends will retain possession. So while we have a break in the action here, Irv, want to let all of our viewers know that, again, today at halftime we'll bring you another segment of Hupp and Coming with Laura Hupp focusing on Justin Queen today for his efforts this year, and kudos to him and everything he did in the last game. Had an excellent game against St. Mary's. Got that game-winning shot, as we mentioned, so we're looking forward to that. Stay tuned at halftime for Laura to discuss him.
So Guafo puts up a little jump shot off the back iron and in, cutting the Friends lead to one, and they go right down. Ooh. Looked like a steal by Groff, but a foul is called on, I believe it's Justin Queen. Tough break for Severn there.
You see Groff reacting pretty animated. Looked like he thought he had a clean steal, and he might have, since the foul was called on Queen. Looked like Queen might have gotten him a little bit with the body while Groff stripped it cleanly.
Kick to the corner, and the three ball is good. Not good, but a foul. It's called on Monroe. He'll shoot three here.
Yeah, and in that defense the Admirals were playing there, it's called blitz the ball screen. So see the guard coming off the screen, and what happens there is the man who's man is setting the screen for the guard then doubles the ball coming off the screen, and then it relies on the other three guys on the defensive end to rotate around. And Monroe doing a good job there in the zone, being in what they call in the hole down there under the basket. He's just got to recover a little bit quickly. One thing Coach Glasby always says is jump to the pass. He waited just a little bit too long there, and the Friends shooter made him pay, and then because he was rushing out there, eventually ran into the shooter, forcing these 3 free throws.
And he makes all 3 free throws there as Severn breaks his press. Justin Queen, Groff, long two-pointer. Monroe comes up with the rebound and elects to play it out. Groff, nice job saving it, and Queen puts up a nice layup.
Yeah, nice wraparound pass there. Finding Queen for the easy layup, and then again, Justin Queen always in the right position on the offensive end. and the defensive end for that matter, doing a great job knowing where he is on the floor.
As Friends responds with life of their own. And Guapo just pulls up the three-pointer. Not necessarily a shot you're looking for if you're a Severn fan.
Yeah, not at all.
The Quakes are off to the races. And a foul is called on Guapo there as he went for the block, and they'll shoot two.
Yeah, and again, Eric Van Guapo just taking a one-dribble pull-up through with a hand in his face. Not a good shot in any circumstance. No, he makes it every now and then, but even when he does make it, it's not a good shot. He's got to get in there into the low post and just go to work down there. Again, he's got a head taller than all of the Friends defenders here. I don't know why he's not getting in there and scoring around the block, because it would be really easy for him right now with as good as his post moves are.
He makes the first there, increasing the lead to 5. As well as the second. It's now a 6-point lead for the Quakers. With a little under 1:30 to go here. Guapo just pulls up. Nice play by the big fella.
And that's his range. That little mid-range pull-up is a great shot, as opposed to that not on the floor of the offense, one dribble pull-up three that he took in the last possession. Great change of pace there by Guapo.
Monroe plays nice defense. Hedge double by Nguafo. And nice rebound by Groff. And a foul is called. Actually, looked like it was almost a poor turnover, but a foul is called, and it'll be Severn possession.
Yeah, you could hear that slap from up here, and officials a little late with the call, but getting it right and getting the ball back towards the Admirals.
Sturdivant looks to break this press, dribbles off his back of his foot.
So a lot of times he's done that now.
Goes up with it, and a blocking foul is called.
Nice job by Sturdivant there, forcing the action near the offensive end and putting the Admirals in the 1-on-1, and he converts the first one there.
And kind of lead to 2 here with 50 seconds left. And nice rebound by Queen. He looks to play fast with it. Nguafo now goes up with it, and that does not go in. They go for the tip, and that ball is loose. Groff comes down with it, kicks it to Nguafo. He goes up, and the foul is called. He'll shoot 2.
Great job by the Admirals in there. You see Nguafo missing the layup, and then Brian with 2 tips, and then Queen tipping it out, and Groff getting the board, and then eventually finding Nguafo down there underneath for that easy layup and the foul. Great job there all around by this whole Admiral squad, doing a good job of team rebounding.
Can't hit the first here. Looks to shoot a second. And that one doesn't fall either, but Brian comes down with the rebound. And a jump ball is called, and that is Severn possession.
Great job there by Brian, fighting to get that ball back to the Admirals, and see it paying off there as Coach Glasby makes the offensive switch here as the Admirals work for the last shot of the quarter, putting in Sturdivant instead of Brian, where he thought he was going to get one more possession on the defensive end, putting in Brian, the better defender. He makes a switch.
Drives, kicks out to Groff. Groff is having trouble handling it, and he shoots. And that rebound's freed. Friends hucks the half court and off the backboard. So at the end of the first half here, the score is 29-27 in favor of Friends School Quakers. What'd you like from that half, or you still have the same opinions from the first quarter?
Yeah, no, I think if they got a lot better there as we went on for the first half. The whole team doing a good job of really putting in a lot more effort on both ends of the floor. And seeing it paying off here with the scoreboard. I think they were down by 3 points at the end of the first quarter, so closing that gap here, only down by 2 points now. So just as we get into the third quarter, they're going to have to continue what they're doing. They've been getting better looks on the offensive end, and then on defense, it's just got to be a collective effort. And right now, they're having a little bit of trouble in the man-to-man defense on the ball, so it's going to rely on those back guys to do a good job in the with the help defense and rotations, and it's going to be one of the driving factors for the Admirals to win this game. Stay tuned, please, for Up and Coming. Coming up in a few minutes, as we mentioned, it'll be featuring Justin Queen today, so stand by for that. It should be coming shortly. Hello, everybody. Welcome into another segment of Hupp and Coming.
Hello.
I'm Brendan Murphy alongside Laura Hupp. And Laura, take it away.
Yeah, I'm Laura Hupp, as he said, and today's Hupp and Coming player of the week is Justin Queen, number 3 on the court. He's a sophomore shooting guard. He averages about 6 points a game, 4 rebounds, an assist. Tonight, he's had 6 points already in the first half, and he's honestly been such an asset to the team this year. He's probably one of our strongest defenders, I would say. He's almost always pinned up against, their top shooter. But yeah, he's had about 1.4 steals per game, which is truly incredible. And
yeah, awesome. And I know as a transfer coming from DeMatha School as a freshman, he's been really a key cog, as I said, I think in the cast, key cog in this machine so far.
Yes,
and
for sure.
He had that big basket against St. Mary's to
yes,
catapult
he
us
did.
to the
That winning shot. He got interviewed by the Capitol. Really big player for us. Yep.
And yeah, I was so impressed by how he handled himself in the article with the Capitol. It was all about the team, and
absolutely,
kudos to him as a sophomore
so
young
humble.
player recognizing that.
Yep.
So, all right, thanks for joining us,
you.
Laura.
Yeah,
Stay
thanks.
tuned. Next Up and Coming, and actually probably our last Up and Coming is going to be next Friday, not this Friday, but a week from Friday, against Indian Creek, who is not having the best season. So show
Hoping
out
for
if
a
you're
W.
a fan. Yeah, it's going to be senior night as well, supporting Peter Baldwin, Ian Monroe, Colin Donegan, Quante Red, and I think that's it, right? I think that's it. Yeah, so show up for that. We'll have Laura on again. And thanks for joining us, Laura.
Yeah,
Appreciate
thank
it.
you.
All right, we're back here, back to the action. Sorry for being a little late here as Baldwin makes a nice steal and Sturdivant looks to set up the Severn offense as Queen dribbles out, backs up, kicks it to Baldwin, throws it inside to Groff, pulls up the elbow jump shot, and that's wet money.
Again, that's his spotter. If you can't get him in rhythm over there in the high post, he's pretty much unstoppable, especially if he can shoot over you as he did there.
French drives the lane and a block by Baldwin. Nice defensive play by the senior Peter Baldwin. Kicks up to Groff, and Groff finishes a nice layup.
Yeah, and going back to your point about Baldwin, Irv, he's been a force on the defensive end this whole game, and you see him doing it again there.
On the defensive end, he comes up with a big block. Friends now sets up their offense. I believe it's the first lead of the game for the Admirals here, 31-29. And Sturdivant, it's a nice aggressive play, unable to completely steal the ball away as it'll still be Friends' ball, but it disrupts their offense.
Yeah, now with all these disruptions, the shot clock's down to 11 seconds, so Admirals did their job on defense. They got to get a stop here to close it out.
As French drives the lane and a looks to be a foul of some sort.
No, I think it just went out of bounds off of the Admirals here. Shot clock violation. Shot clock actually went off, but it was not a shot clock violation. A little bit of a delay over there.
Friends gets a fresh 30 to work their offense. Kick to the corner, and that is off target. Nice offensive rebound, and the Quakers will shoot two here.
Yeah, and that's 3 chances there to score. As I mentioned, and as you alluded to, we did such a good job there. That whole defensive possession, getting tips and knocking the ball out of bounds, and then only having it lead to an offensive rebound, coming back for Friends, and then again another missed shot and another offensive rebound, which they're now shooting for. So
unable to make the first one. Let's give credit to Will Kennedy and the boys over there making some noise.
Yeah, Will Kennedy's been holding it down all year. Doing a good job over there getting them ready.
Bowen inbounds Sturdivant. He looks to set the offense. Baldwin drives the baseline, goes for a reverse layup. That does not hit anything, and the Quakers now come back with a nice, fast ball movement, and they retake the lead at 32-31.
Yeah, not a lot for Sturdivant to do down there in that 3-on-1 break. It's a tough one for him down there.
Queen kicks the Baldwin. And Iguafo shoots a nice floater there. Nice touch by the big man, putting that, I guess it was more of a mid-range jump shot in.
Yeah, that's a good job there. As you said, good touch, and what they call the shooter's roll on that, a little bit of English to help it fall in. Another offensive rebound there. Fortunate for the Admirals that they didn't give it up another basket.
As Iguafo eyes it up. Shoots the 3 ball, and that is good.
Yeah, another one dribble pull-up, though. I'm not really sure that's going to be a shot that's going to be the formula for success coming down the stretch here. I know it went in, but still, I'd like to see a little bit of a better shot from him.
Nice job playing those picks, and Iguafo jumps and goes up with it, and a blocking foul is called.
Yeah, a little bit of a hop step there from Anguafa, forcing the defender who was moving and running right into him, to pick up that foul. And he'll see if he can shoot free throws here. And these are big points.
Anguafa does not make the first.
Yeah, and as we've said, are really one of the holes in his game. He's just above a 50% free throw shooter for the year, going 1 for every 2 that he takes. And these are so important, especially coming down the stretch here as we get into the later season and try to get his playoff spot. Every point helps.
For the second, Baldwin tips it out, looks to make a hustle play and save, but unable to do so, and it'll be Friends ball coming back the other way. Offensive rebound, and they're able to get that shot to fall.
I think that's now like 3 possessions in a row.
Inbounded to Baldwin.
3 possessions in a row with an offensive rebound. It's just inexcusable. Got to get bodies on bodies down there and block out under the basket.
Coach Glasby calls a timeout.
Yeah, and because of that technical to start off the game, there is a seatbelt rule in this league, which means the coach is required to sit down for the rest of the game after that first technical. Usually we see Glasby pacing the sidelines the whole game, calling out plays, and he's been pretty quiet over there today. He's got to sit for the rest of this game, which I know is a little bit out of his comfort zone. He likes to stand up and be vocal, so having to adapt a little bit here because of that technical before the game even got started.
Yes, what do you think they're drawing up in this time out here, Murph?
Yeah, my guess is he's just getting them together and calming them down a little bit. That's actually the first time out of the game by either team, so might see a lot of stops in the action as you get down the stretch. But, yeah, he's probably just getting them together right now and saying, like, try to – I bet he's telling them about the offensive rebounds, but try to get a good possession here. I wouldn't be surprised if they run a little bit of a set for either Adam Aguafo or Baker off here. Try to get one of his 2 best scorers a look closer to the basket. They come out a little bit of a 4 high here with the big guys up top at the elbows.
Queen kicks backside to Baldwin, goes up with it. Nice pass there. The play was really made by the pass.
Yeah, Justin Queen doing a great job on the find.
Once again, the play was made by the pass there, as beautiful pass by the Friends player down low for an easy layup.
Yeah, even with Peter's athleticism down there, surprised he couldn't jump up to get that one. It's great outlet pass by the Friends player.
And another basket by Adam Aguafo here.
He's starting to get in that zone, Irv, where he feels that every shot that he takes is going to go in. And good if you're an Admiral fan.
Nice defensive play there by Peter Baldwin, getting in the way of that pass as he checks out, and another senior, E. Monroe, checks in.
Yeah, Baldwin doing a great job there, though, in his time, really setting the tone on the defensive end. And then, again, with that layup that he had in there, great job by him on the offensive end as well.
The 3 ball is shot, and it is no good. Sturdivant comes out 3 rebound as he's trapped in the corner. Able to break that, and Aguafo looks to hesitate. Goes up with the whoa.
Wow, a lot of
contact there. And the foul is finally called.
Looks pretty obvious to me that he got hooked down there. But maybe the official was blocked because he was on the other side of his body, but surprising that that foul was called so late in the possession there.
Monroe inbounds to Aguafo. And nice steal there by Quakers as they look to go out, and blocked by Groff, calling a foul, but that looked to be a very big block by the junior Bay Groff.
Wow, not sure about that one. Looks like a pretty clean chase down from my angle, but he might have gotten some arm as he came down hard on that one.
And he's not able to make the first.
And you see Glasby quickly returning Baldwin here. Unsurprising considering how well he's been doing so far today on both ends.
He shoots a second here. That one does go in. It's 2:42 left in the game. Scores 39-37 in favor of the Admirals. Groff looks to inbound it, break this press. And Monroe now has it. Sturdivant loses his dribble, and a block by Baldwin. The Stoots get into it now, Murphy.
That's 2 possessions in a row with a big block, and even more important than that block, though, it was great job by Baldwin. The Admirals able to resettle there, coming off the offensive rebound and getting back into their defense. Great job of resettling and refocusing on the defensive end here.
And looks to be a blocking foul called on Groff.
And that's usually one nerve where he slides in there and just takes a charge. It looked like he was thinking about it and started to do so, and then just jumped a little bit too late in it, and the officials making him pay there as the Friends player jumped right into him for the foul. And now that's his third, so looks like Coach Glass is going to bring back Donegan and give Groff a quick blow, likely for the rest of this quarter.
And the first free throw rims out.
And it would be remiss if we didn't talk about playoff seeding. Just got some word at halftime that it's actually only 4 teams making the playoff this year instead of 6. And as of now, the Admirals are the 5th seed, though they do have a tiebreaker over Chapelgate, who's the 4th seed. So going to have to win a few games here, and this win over Friends, who's 7-3, and the 3 seed would be a huge one and a huge building block to get as we get towards the playoffs and later in the season here.
Baldwin kicks to Queen. Goes up with it. Shot is blocked, and that rebound's come down with by the Quakers as they look to play fast. Kick to the corner. Corner 3. Off the back of the rim.
It looks like if Queen wanted, he had a little bit of a run out there with Monroe running down the floor, but instead choosing to settle it up and settle in the half-court offense here.
Baldwin tries the finger roll, kicks it to
Good pass.
Monroe in the corner and off the front of the rim there.
Yeah, he has been a little bit off today, missing a few shots we normally see him make, Monroe that is. So,
and Quakers take the lead back. Sturdivant now has the ball. Kicks to Baldwin inside the Queen, and a steal. It's called a reaching foul on the floor, so Severn will now inbound it from under the basket.
Good job by Queen holding his ground there and forcing the officials to call that reaching foul with all the contact there. And Coach Glasby will get him a quick break for the last 47.1 seconds of this quarter, so that he's good to go by the time the next one starts and down to the very end of this game.
Spawn kicks inside Monroe. Donegan with the long 2, and
Wow.
with a nice putback shot.
And that's what I mean, though. If he's the biggest guy on the floor, he's got to get in there more because every time he's in there, he does something good with it, and the whole offense flows out of that. Got to get in there the rest of this game and use that big body to his advantage around the basket.
It's Quakers at the 3 here. Off the rim, but they come down with that rebound. And with 11 seconds left in the Friends basketball, they'll look to inbound it from close down to the basket here.
Yeah, and another de facto rebound there, though it was tipped out of bounds off of Donegan. Hurts the Admirals here, especially up by 1 point. That'll force the that'll give the Quakers their final shot of the quarter here, which is a big swing of momentum. The Admirals were expecting to get it back for one of their own.
Game clock winds down here. And they get the rebound, bounces around, a little scary there, but either way, Severn comes out of that quarter with a 1-point lead with 8 minutes left in the ball game.
Got to get on the defensive glass serve again there. Fortunate, ball ended up right in the lap of a Friends defender coming off the basket, and got to play till that buzzer sounds, and they didn't. They're really fortunate that one was off the rim and for a missed shot.
To throw the ball into Sturdivant. Sturdivant dribbles around up top, looks to Groff. He kicks it back to Sturdivant. And Nguafa sets the pick. Defense backs off him and he shoots a 3. Nice play by the freshman. Not Sturdivant there.
Yeah, his first basket of the day. Nice to see him getting going. It's been a little tough sledding so far. A few turnovers early in this game, and good to see him hit that first basket.
His friends looks to set their offense. Play that pick and roll game, and Monroe's able to come with the steal. Nguafa looks to push it. Comes in, and a blocking foul or a push off is called there.
Official on this side had that called as a blocker. And as a part-time official on the weekends, our director of officiating always tells us anytime there's 2 whistles blown on the court, it's a mistake by one of the officials. And not sure whose jurisdiction that call was, but it's a tough one. 50-50, as you see here. As I said, one official calling the block, the other calling the player control foul on Nguafa.
French dribbles the ball around up top, looking to set their motion offense of some sort. Kick inside, and a foul is caught on Groff. Believe that's his 4th.
Number 4, yep. Yeah, and he'll have to sit down the stretch here, which is killer. Donegan's been playing well, but Groff just gives him another dimension on the court, and that's really tough to have him out for the better part of the rest of this game.
And he makes the first free throw there. And is unable to make the second, but they come up with that offensive rebound. That's been key for them all day, and they call a timeout here.
And right on cue, where as soon as Groff comes out, that was the position he was occupying. Baldwin not boxing out. See the result of that. Easy offensive rebound there for the Quakers. And they'll get another possession out of this, which is really killer at this point in the game. Every one of these possession counts in a 3-point game.
Friends inbounds it here with the fresh 30 on the shot clock, coming up with that offensive rebound, down by 3. And they just go right down the lane, and shooting foul's called.
As I mentioned at the half, Irv, that ball pressure one-on-one defense has not been as good as it usually is so far for the Admirals. And there you see Queen getting beat in the one-on-one, and then, as I mentioned at the half as well, it's going to fall on the guys on the back end with the rotation to do a good job of sliding in and communicating down there to stop that straight line drive to the basket. Unable to do it there, and you see Baldwin sliding in just a little bit late and forcing or giving up the foul shots here for the Quakers.
And that free throw falls. As Friends has been persistent in this press all day, it's been causing some troubles for Severn. They've been able to break it most of the time, but it's definitely messed up the pace of their game.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's been one thing that's been a consistent theme across a lot of these games that we've done, Irv. A lot of times we've had a lot of trouble getting the ball in bounds against the press, so good scouting and good job of recognizing that by the Friends coaching staff and staying in the press this whole game.
Singuafa shoots the fade away. That doesn't fall. And the Quakers look to play fast. Kick out, three-pointer is good. Quakers take the lead back. And Monroe
got numbers.
Push these numbers if he chooses to. Pulls up from that elbow spot and
just hasn't been his day.
Out.
Another tough roll from Monroe there.
And that ball will stay with Friends here. And Donegan now checks in for Baldwin.
Gonna have to get a stop here of this crucial possession. Been in a little bit of a rut here on the offensive end and the defensive end, giving up consistent points here to Friends. So gonna have to get a stop here to keep this momentum as we go down the court the other way.
And corner kick back, spin move.
Travel.
Shot,
yep, he got it.
Travel is called.
Great call by the official there. Again, one of those unfortunate ones where it's the pivot foot just getting picked up a little bit too soon.
Monroe looks for someone to inbound it to, gets it to Nguafo. He'll carry the ball for himself. Puts a little shimmy shake on him, steps back and hits nothing. Fortunately for Friends, though, they touched the ball last and remained Severn ball.
Yeah, but right here, Adams got to stay in it mentally. He knows he got fouled there, but he's just got to stay with it. He looks to be a little bit down on himself, and you see Coach Gillespie calling the timeout, settling him down a little bit. He's going to be big as we go along. Him staying in this game, the Admirals don't want to have any chance of pulling this out. He's going to be a big factor.
Coming out of that timeout here, Severn looked to get in some sort of play or motion. Monroe in the corner shoots the three, and that is the front of the rim. The ball was loose for a second there, and he was unable to come up with it. And
Yep, another one.
Violations called again.
Yeah, that's now 2 in a row, and you see Coach Glasby recognizing that as soon as Groff came out of this game, it's been really tough going here for the Admirals, and he's taking a little bit of a risk here, getting him back in with just under 5 minutes left, trusting him to not pick up that 5th foul.
Guafo gets the ball to Sturdivant. Kicks it right back to him. Guafo drives the baseline, shoots a little floater, and that ball's loose on the floor. Sturdivant comes up with a, looks to be a steal.
Great job by Sturdivant, hustling and diving on the floor there, getting that loose ball, putting his body on the line for the team there, and picking up that foul. It's a big one.
And I believe it's a foul. A foul on Friends. Severn will look to throw the ball in from the sideline here.
Yeah, the French coach over there looking for a jump ball called, but just wasn't the case. Yeah, Sturdivant pretty much got tackled down there.
Sturdivant backdoor to him, Guafo wasn't able to handle it.
Yeah, and it was there. Good pass by Sturdivant, and Guafo just tripped a little bit, making that cut. Slipped a little bit on this court, or else it was wide open. It was there, Irv. And Glasby astutely making that offense-defense switch here, getting Groff out on the defensive end and Baldwin in for him instead, saving those fouls because it's tough to pick up a foul on the offensive end. Pretty much the only way is the player control foul. So
nice move there by the French player, making it look really easy.
Yeah, little shimmy shake, as you like to say. Nice move there.
Shimmy shake. Their lead's up to 4 now. A little under 4 minutes here.
And it's been a darn long time since we've gotten a bucket of our own, Irv.
And a steal by the Quakers. Kick out, ball loose. Queen looks to go for it, and Baldwin rushes in.
Friends can push it.
And he stepped out of bounds. Nice play. Nice defense by the Admirals.
A little bit of confusion here by the officials.
A little confusion out there right now, Murph.
Not sure how that's a shot clock violation.
What's going on?
Yeah, it looks like Coach Glasby's arguing that shouldn't have been a reset on the shot clock, and he's absolutely right. Queen got that steal without the ball hitting the backboard, and the table reset that to 30 seconds on the shot clock.
Well, I thought he originally caught him out of bounds there.
Yeah, and he's got a great point over there. He's right. And instead, the Friends player will shoot 1-on-1 now.
And that one goes. Long second, there's now 6-point lead, 3:30 left, and
nice job there by the Friends pair, making the Admirals pay for that foul, and they're going to have to be careful down the stretch here with their fouls. That's now 7 on the team, putting the Quakers in the 1-on-1 the whole rest of the way.
Baldwin, as Monroe, gets to Queen. Groff at the elbow, bounce pass out to Guafo. Jabs, jabs, jabs to push inside, and I don't know if that was there, but
yeah, a little bit of little bit of more confusion. Admirals, as Coach Glasby's yelling at him, just standing around on the offensive end, waiting for Anguafa to do something. Jab step, and not a good way to play offense.
As Queen kicks to Anguafa for 3. And
Wow.
looks like Anguafa will shoot 3 here.
That's a big one. He's got to convert these, Irv. These are huge, huge free throws. If he makes all 3 here, it becomes a 3-point game with just over 3 minutes left, and that's crucial because that lessens the gap and forces the Admirals to not foul until they absolutely have to, or even to regain the lead. There's still plenty of time for that.
And he does not make his first.
0 for 3 on free throws today is Anguafa. Friendly roll.
One drops.
Friendly roll. It's been a little off shooting today as well, as a few of these Admirals have. Except for that nice pull-up 3 he had.
And the third one isn't good either, so only able to convert 1 of 3 there. Not what you're looking for if you're a Severn Admirals fan.
Yeah, not good enough, especially at this stage of the game.
And Monroe comes down with it, kicks it to Sturdivant, who kicks it up to Anguafa, and looks like Coach Glasby called timeout.
Big time rebound down there on the defensive end by Monroe. And again, just fortunate for the Admirals that number 0 wasn't able to convert around the basket because he's getting in there with ease right now. But Monroe looked like he was outnumbered down there under the basket, just out jumping everybody and getting that board. That was huge. And then Coach Glasby astutely calling the timeout to retain possession here. And again, as we said a bunch, every possession matters, especially down the stretch here.
Yeah, I know.
Thank Mr. Manda. Watching.
Back to the action here. As Monroe throws it into Sturdivant, and a little motion offense for the Admirals. Queen dribbling now. Kick out, shoots the 3, and no one there to get the rebound.
Yeah, it looked like Fred's going to a little bit of a 2-3 zone there, and they had the high-low that they wanted. Groff just didn't feel confident enough to pass it in there to Anguafa, but he was there if you gave him a good pass.
And nice steal by Bay Groff.
Yeah, it's started about getting the deflection. That was huge.
As Queen drives, and a push-off is called. Tough break there for the sophomore Justin Queen.
Yeah, but fortunately that's not going to be a one-on-one situation, as player control and all offensive fouls are not a shooting situation in the bonus for Friends here, so they'll just have possession.
Queen looks to play some good defense here. And nice drive in. That ball's loose and blocked by Baldwin.
Yeah, another offensive rebound there. Unfortunate for the Admirals. Baldwin able to come in there and make that play on the on the block. They've had a lot of blocks today so far, Irv.
Yeah, Baldwin especially. It's been an animal out there getting all those blocks.
Yeah, for sure. He can jump higher than anybody on this team.
Yeah. And a blocking call. So on the aforementioned Peter Baldwin as Monroe and Gruff get up to check in.
Tough one there on Baldwin. Looked like he was set under there, but didn't. The Friends player didn't run into him cleanly enough. Got him a little bit in that right shoulder area, and falling down there. Just gonna give the foul to the Friends school every to the Friends school every time.
One.
And now with 6 points left, they're gonna have to get scores and stops. They've dug themselves in this
Play
hole.
some stingy defense and hit some big shots.
Absolutely. And especially with Groff in foul trouble here, and Queen for that matter, they're going to have to be careful.
And Quakers connect on both of those shots, increasing their lead to 7. Monroe gets a nice pass up to Queen. It's followed by Nguafo, and falls zone rebound, puts back up. Nice play.
Good job by Nguafo.
The Admirals look to play a little press. Got him trapped in the corner here. And timeout's called by Friends.
Yeah, nice trap down there by Monroe. Generally, when the Admirals set up this man-to-man press, at the end of the game, they run it with a center fielder, meaning that the guy guarding the inbounder is at half court, but instead they choose to go with a more aggressive tempo, a more aggressive style, if you will, of that man-to-man defense with Monroe, the man guarding the inbounder, running and trapping that first pass. And it worked pretty effectively there and forcing the Friends coach to call the timeout. And now they'll have 3 left, and we'll have 2 left.
Severn sets up their press here. They get a steal, and it is broken fairly easily by the Quakers.
Yeah, and with 21 seconds left on the shot clock, they're just going to have to settle into a solid defense here. No need to foul.
Monroe shows kick down to the block and easy layup. Monroe eyes up the 3, and it goes. Big shot by Ian Monroe.
Big time hit there by Monroe. Forces or gets his lead down to 4 points, and forces the Admirals to get into a little bit of a foul game here, and it'll put the pressure on the Friends school to make their free throws down on their end. Big time shot there by Monroe. And good to see him with the confidence there too, Irv. I mean, he hasn't, as we mentioned, he hasn't had his best game that he knows he's capable of having, shooting the basketball, but nice shot by him there, being confident, stepping in for that quick basket and converting, and that's big. And on the offensive end here, if I'm Coach Glasby and his staff over there, I'm going to try to work the ball inside to Nguafo or Groff. There's no need to foul or to get 3-pointers right now, on the offensive end.
As the press is once again broken, and kick down to the block, kick out for what looked to be a 3, and the Quakers have done a nice job reversing the floor. Inside play, and it is off of Monroe, but nevertheless there are 10 seconds left on the shot clock here.
Yeah, and Friends effectively passing that ball around and draining that 30 seconds off the shot clock. Every second counts here.
Step back three. Doesn't go, and that's another offensive rebound, and you are now forced to foul.
Story of this game. It's been offensive rebound after offensive rebound so far here in the second half. And this kid hasn't missed a free throw yet today, Irv, so going to be hard-pressed to see him miss one right here.
And announcer's jinx, I would say.
Effective with announcer's jinx. Worked to our advantage there. I queued that up. I knew what I was doing.
And the second one does go, however. Kick to the corner. Monroe just pulls up another three. That's off, and that ball is loose. Kick down to Queen. And one play.
Big play there by Queen, and Guafo fighting for that offensive rebound, but really, really stupid. Excuse my language, but really just a careless play there by the Friends player. I think all you have to do there is give up the two-pointer and not give up the foul. Queen's got to make them pay here with this free throw at the line. And now here's your formula for getting this thing at least to overtime. Or a 3-point game now. If Queen makes this free throw, that gets it to a 2-point game with 11 seconds left. On the defensive end, you foul immediately if you don't get a steal if you're the Admirals. And then assuming that they're unable to get a steal, you got to hope that Friends misses one of their free throws down on their end, which would make it a 3-point game. And then you come back here and hopefully get a 3-pointer that'll fall close to the buzzer and end up going to overtime. That looks like the best case scenario as of right now if you're an Admiral fan, assuming Queen makes this free throw. Coach Closby now out of timeouts for the Admirals too, Irv, so it's going to be a pretty straight-through game to the end here unless they're, except for the fouls, obviously, as the Admirals will intentionally foul here following this free throw.
And that's off the mark, and Groff fouls.
So you can scrap the whole plan I just laid out during the break about making this a 3-point game. Unless one who hasn't missed that many free throws today, with the last one being the exception, if he goes 0 for 2 today, which I can't see happening.
And first free throw goes. Along with the second. I mean, they need a really quick shot here. Queen puts it in.
And that's going to do it.
And they'll just run out the clock there. As the Admirals fall here at home, they score 57-54. And
yeah, it's just another one of these disappointing losses that's been close. And a lot of the games that we've done recently, Curly game comes to mind, especially getting out to a big lead, or in this case, a lead. The game was close all the way through, but just not being able to close it out when it matters. only finished with about 5 or so points there in that last quarter, and that's just not a way to win the game, especially when you're a young team like they are. They gotta keep their foot on the gas all the way through, and certainly not doing it here cost them. And unfortunate to see that happen, but Admirals pretty much have to win 2 of these next 3 games that they play to get into the playoffs, and they'll play St. Paul's, who is 1-9 in conference. They will play St. John's Catholic Prep, who's 7-2 in conference, who we had a kind of got rocked by here on our home court, and then we play Indian Creek at home, which is our final game, as we mentioned, a week from Friday. It's our senior night, so definitely show out for that. Show out also on the stream as well. That will be our last stream of the year. Hard to believe, but yeah. So I think that's going to do it for today.
All right, I think Murph covered it all. So Colin Irvin and Brendan Murphy, we are now signing off.